Hello everyone, hope you're doing alright. Welcome back to this new video. I'm very excited to discuss this topic today. Let me start off with the enrollments of my masterclass mentorship are currently open and there are only 20 spots left and they will close at the end of next Monday. So if you do want to be a part of it, you have to be quick and you have to act now. And I will guarantee you, you will not regret it. I am not sure if the enrollments do open up anytime soon. And I'm not sure if the prices do stay like this or if the prices will increase. So if you do plan on being a part of it, then I do advise to sign up right now. You can check the first link in the description. All right, so then let's move on to the topic of this day. This video and this day and this topic particularly is not something a lot of people will want to hear. It's not something a lot of people like to hear. It's not that enticing. It's not that new shiny object that you're chasing. If you are listening to this video and you do take it very serious, then I can guarantee you, you will probably make it. The person that doesn't watch this video and just seeks the next technical fancy concept, that's the person that will likely not make it. You've done yourself a favor and you've done a great job by clicking on this video, and that's the first step. Now, the reason I want to talk about this topic, and the topic is about you not finding the profitability and you chasing the next best system, you chasing the next best concept, etc., etc. Because this week, I just know some people have struggled with price action this week. Why? Well, dollar is in a seek and destroy profile right now. Now, I won't go into the details on how you can spot this right now, but I'm just letting you know dollar is in a seek and destroy profile right now. And this is very important for you to acknowledge and very important for you to spot, because other pairs or other currencies, other indices might get affected by this. So if you're struggling with this week, this is totally normal and this is not something weird. And this is not because your system sucks or you suck or your edge is gone. No, absolutely not. This is a part of trading and you have to acknowledge this. And what separates the professionals with the amateurs right now is the professionals acknowledge this and they are waiting on more price action and they are not changing their system. Now, of course, if your model performs very good in seek and destroy profiles, then ignore me and then just stick to that model. But if the market goes back to trending, then your model, then your seek and destroy model might not be working as well. But this is something to acknowledge as well. Then you don't want to switch to a trending model. You want to stick with the same model. So for sure, I know some people this week have been struggling, and I know for sure this week people started doubting themselves and they are looking at other Twitter traders, other Instagram traders that have made money this week, and they are asking them, how did you make money this week? Teach me your system, teach me your ways. And if you already had a profitable system, then don't change anything. And by the way, I'm editing this right now, and it is of course possible to make money in this week. As you can see here right now, I sent a screenshot of my Telegram. You can check it out as well. And as you can see this week on Tuesday, it was looking like a perfect day and we did make money live on Zoom and I called the trades out, etc. So generally you only need one good day in the week. And that's perfect. The rest of the week you could enjoy life and do something else. So again, let's continue with the video. Weeks like this and days like this is absolutely normal in the market. And they will come again in the future. So what are you going to do the next time? You're going to change again and again and again. And this way you will never see any profitability. Why? Well, let me grab the shiny object syndrome. You might have seen it on my Twitter before. And it's this graph right here. You can see if you stick to the same thing over and over, then this green line will be your learning curve. Now, if, for example, price action like this happens and a seek and destroy profile occurs, then the next thing that will happen, a lot of people will stick with the same system, and then a seek and destroy profile happens, boom, they search for something new, they search for a holy grail, some kind of magic concept that tells them all the secrets of the market, and they are back at zero again. And they have to learn all over again, and their intuition gets all messed up and all your progress is thrown into the trash. And this is a very dangerous mistake that a lot of people make, because this is a never-ending cycle. And this, of course, is a very dangerous thing from social media as well. So if you do notice yourself being this red line, then please do consider just deleting social media just for a month or just for 2 months until you get back on top again. And it's the same thing with heavy news like CPI, NFP, FOMC. A lot of people trade those news events, and there are a lot of beginners that are willing to trade those news events, but someone tells them you should stay out of those news events. And that's the boring thing to do, right? It's boring to stay out of news events. It's hype to get in news events. Whoa, this is cool. News goes every way. We are going to make millions on news events, etc. Yes, but it only takes one wrong move until you blow that account. It's a one-way ticket to losing your money. And there isn't any risk management involved when trading news. So guess what? It's gambling. It's not trading. And then when beginners do see people trading CPI and maybe making some demo profit, then the beginners will be like, whoa, he did it, so I can do it too, right? And this comparing and this endless cycle will absolutely mess you up. And the same goes for looking at Twitter traders or Instagram traders and only seeing their wins and thinking they have the best possible strategy and they only win, they have 100% win rate, they must have found the holy grail. And this is why I had a tweet recently, and I'll pop it right here on the screen. And it says, saying that the market isn't random, and I do agree with that to an extent, but it's a very dangerous thing to say, because this will absolutely affect your thinking, and you will think that someone must have the holy grail, because the markets aren't random, right? So someone must have the holy grail. Let me tell you, there isn't one video out there that will tell you the holy grail, because there simply isn't a holy grail. Now again, sorry if I'm shouting a little bit, but I just need to get this point across. And if you grasp this concept, you will have made such a big step in comparison to other traders. So if you grasp this, then you, my friend, are on a great path. So the moral of the story, just know your low probability and high probability conditions. Of course, this seek and destroy condition might be someone's high probability condition. That's absolutely great. But if it's your low probability condition and you are taking more losses in these type of conditions, perfect, you know which condition to avoid. Now the only thing is for you to spot it. How can we spot this low probability condition happening? And how can we avoid it next time? That's perfect, because then you avoid a lot of losses, your win rate increases, your profit increases. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now the worst thing you could do is seeing this low probability condition and thinking you need to know how to trade this. You don't need to know how to trade these days. You absolutely don't. If your model works better in trending days, then just stick to that model and avoid these days. Take a day off. Take 2 days off. Perfect. This is a blessing in disguise for you. You can refresh, you can restart, and next Monday, you'll be back on top. You'll be back at your A game. So it's a blessing in disguise. But don't go on to compare yourself with other traders. Don't compare your system with other traders. And don't think someone has that holy grail out there. Because that's simply not true. Even ICT doesn't have the holy grail. ICT is just a normal human being like me and you. And again, don't compare yourself to others and don't go switching models after one bad week or after one loss. And that's very relatable, right? Because I've been there as well. After one loss, I would just implement this new rule and I would have 1,000 rules after a week because I took every loss possible, and I would have 1,000 rules that should avoid me taking losses ever again. And that's just not the way to go. These losses are inevitable. They are absolutely normal. So if you do struggle with this price action, it's absolutely normal. Don't worry. Just sit on the sidelines and be comfortable with sitting on the sidelines. It's absolutely normal. It's something I told the mentorship as well, because for me, it's an automatic behavior. I saw it happening on Wednesday and even on Tuesday evening. And I thought, all right, perfect. I'm just going to sit on the sidelines. But I had to address it in the mentorship as well, because for me, it's automatic. But I know some people will change their strategy, will change their whole system because of a few bad days. And it's not even the system that doesn't work anymore. It's just that price action isn't favorable. And recognizing these type of behaviors in price, that's very important, because then you're going to know when to push the button and when to sit on the sidelines. Having that skill is an insane skill, is an insane trading skill that will make you a lot of money. So if you did make it to the end, let me know in the comments and we can see who the real professionals are. All right, love y'all. If you're interested, do check the link in my description for the masterclass and maybe I'll see you in there. All right, thank you.